Good morning, everyone. My name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. Thank you for joining me today for another week of Vital Fitness. I hope you're all taking care. And let's get seated in our chair. So it's a chair with no wheels underneath. And let's take some deep breaths in and out. So let's place our hands on our stomach and we're going to do some belly breathing here. We're going to inhale through our nose, expand that belly as you feel all the air, and then exhale it all out. Again, with the belly breathing, letting it breathe in all the way down to our belly and then pushing it all the way out. Let's try that again. Inhale through your nose, expanding that belly, and then exhale, deflating it all out. Last time, inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're going to start with our head and our neck here. We are just going to look side to the front and then other side. And keep on going right to the front and left. You can also practice your deep breathing with this one. So you can inhale when you look to the side. Exhale, look center. We want to make sure we're using our breath the whole time here as we move today, and that we're not really holding our breath in. Okay. Look up to the ceiling, straight ahead, down to the floor. Again, just your head and your neck moving. The rest of our body is nice and relaxed. Making sure that we are wearing comfortable clothing on as well. This is an all abilities exercise class, and we won't be moving too much, but we do want to be comfortable in our movement so that it doesn't restrict us. Our clothing doesn't restrict us. Okay, we're going to do one more time, looking up to the ceiling, straight ahead, and down to the floor. Okay, and relax. Take a deep breath in again, and out. Okay, this time let's move on to our shoulders. So we are going to shrug our shoulders up and down, up and down. As we do this, we are engaging our back. So we're not just simply raising them up and down, kind of hunched forward, but we're sitting up straight, engaging our back as we do this. Taking deep breaths in and out, inhaling and exhaling all the way through. Okay, let's roll our shoulders forward this time. So making small circles with our shoulders, moving them forward. And let's move it backwards this time, moving it back. Same thing, trying to make as big of a circle as you can as you move on. Okay, let's roll it forward again here. And this time, we are going to add in some elbows. So, add some elbows as you roll it forward. So we're making the same shoulder circle, but now we're just adding elbows. So try that a few more times here. If this is too big of a movement for you, feel free to make it smaller. You can just do it with your shoulders if you would like. Let's do two more here. Here's one. And here's two. Okay, roll it backwards this time. Let's get used to that movement. And let's go ahead and add our elbows in. Again, because this is an all abilities class, feel free to adjust the movement as needed. These are simply just suggestions of what you can do. You can stay right here if that's what's comfortable for you. Okay, let's add those elbows again if you can. Let's just do it 3 more times here. So 1, 2, and 3. And relax, shake that off. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Have some water nearby you. Always want to stay hydrated. Okay, let's move on to our arms this time. Let's go ahead and extend our arms to the sides. Imagine as though we are extending past our fingertips. They're really stretching to the side as much as we can. And we are going to take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Stretch some more. What I mean by that is I have my arms to the side here, and then I'm going to bring them slightly back behind me, opening up that chest and taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, let's add a gentle turn to the left. Add another one to the right. Feel still extending those fingers and the rest of the arm as we do this. One more. Left. And then right. And relax. Rest those arms. Okay, this time let's extend just one arm. And we are extending to the side and then having it come across our body. When we do this, see how my upper body is not moving to the side like this? I'm not twisting as I put my hand on this side here. I'm keeping myself facing the front the whole time. And it's just my arm doing the movement. Let's do it to the other side now. So, coming across our body while we face the front the whole time. Side, across, stretching to the side, across. And let's keep going here. Feel free to go at your own pace. But this one is a nice stretch, so it's good to slow down with this one and really feel that movement. Test that flexibility of your shoulder and being able to move without twisting your body, so not doing that. And let's do one more on each side. Here's 1 and 2. And relax, shake that off. Okay, moving down to our hands and our wrists. So this time, let's extend our fingers nice and wide, and then we're going to curl into a gentle fist. You can keep them right down here if you would like. So extend the fingers and then curl into a gentle fist. And keep doing this, taking deep breaths in and out as you inhale and exhale all the way through. And again, go at your own pace for this one. You know your body best, what it can't do. And if you don't shock it too much with movements that you're not familiar with either. So, okay, let's extend our fingers again here. We're going to have our palms face the floor, and then we're going to rotate that, face the ceiling. Do that again, the floor, and then the ceiling. Gently rotating our wrists. These are small muscles that we have, but it's important to keep them moving like this, or else if we don't move it, we lose it. So if you've heard of that quote before, that's definitely true. Okay. This time, let's touch each finger with our thumb here. So I'm just simply going through each finger, touching it, letting it touch my thumb. You can change up the order in which you do this or the speed. It's a good brain exercise as well. Taking deep breaths in and out. When we focus like this, sometimes you forget to breathe. So try to breathe while you're doing this. And shake that off. If it is too much to shake off your wrists, feel free to just kind of wave it off, kind of like waves, if you would like. Shake it off, wave it off, whatever works for you. Okay, this time let's move back to our core. So we are going to turn to the side. So remember how earlier we were trying not to twist, but this time we are going to turn and twist a little bit more. So we're turning to the side, facing the side, and then facing the front. Facing the side, and then the front. So same thing, looking side to side, turning our shoulders and the rest of our upper body along with it, feeling that stretch right here on the sides of our abdomen, our stomach. And if you feel ready to, feel free to go and look all the way back behind you. So turning a little bit more, going all the way back, being aware of your surroundings, taking deep breaths in and out. Again, you can inhale when you look to the side, exhale, look center, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one on each side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, so taking another deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, let's move on to our legs this time. So, I'm going to be a little bit behind here. Okay, for this one, we are simply going to do some seated marching. So simply raise one leg up, and then raise the other leg up. Hopefully you can see my feet here. So raise one leg up, and then raise the other leg up. Taking deep breaths in and out. And we're starting off slow. We're going to speed it up here in a bit. If you'd like to start speeding it up now, feel free to do that. Again, this is a class where you should be able to adjust as needed. I'll show you kind of some movements on how to do that, but feel free to adjust the speed, the height in which you raise your leg. If you'd like to make it lower or higher up to you. Raise a bit to the side here. But take deep breaths in and out as you do this. Don't hold your breath. And if you can, go ahead and speed it up a little bit more. This might mean that we're not raising our legs as high. That's okay. And let's just keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slow it back down again. Slow it down. Keep going though if you can. Keep going. Take deep breaths in and out. And slow it to a stop. Okay. This time let's go ahead and we're going to stretch out our ankles a little bit here. So we have our feet flat on the floor. Hopefully you can see that. Feet flat on the floor. We are going to raise our heels up and then set those down, raise our toes up. So this is a small movement, but we are raising our heels, so lifting up those heels, then lift up those toes. This is a bit of a rocking movement here, happening in your foot as you raise the heels, raise the toes, heels, toes, and just feel your ankles start warming up a bit. Making sure that through any of our movements today, you should not be feeling any pain. You might feel stretching, might feel a bit of warmth maybe. I know I'm building warmth here as I'm warming it up. But you do not want to feel any kind of sharp pain And that's usually a sign for you to step back. You might not be doing the movement right, or it just might be too much, and that's okay. We can always slow it down a bit, not extend as far, so that we don't hurt ourselves here. Okay, go ahead and rest. This time we're gonna do the sit to stand exercise. So get seated in your chair, just like how I'm doing it right now. Seated in your chair, take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Let's actually drink some water here. Deep breath in, inhale, and out. And we are going to do our sit to stand exercise. So, if you know what this looks like already, then you know all the different variations that we do. Feel free to choose which one makes the most sense to you for today. But we are going to go through what each of them looks like. It's a 3-part movement. This is a sit to stand. It's a momentum-based exercise, and you'll see what that means in a little bit. But feet flat on the floor. Posture is nice and upright. Roll those shoulders back. Relax those arms. And you're going to be looking up the whole time. Try not to look down at your feet. Make sure you're just looking upright. And the first part to our movement is inhaling as we lean forward. Exhaling, sitting back up. Let's try that again. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale. Last time, you're looking up straight ahead of you. Inhale and exhale. The second part to our sit to stand is lifting a little bit off our chair. What that looks like with just using my arms for momentum, kind of bringing up my momentum up with the swing of my arms, is like this. Let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and we lift and gently lower ourselves. This might be easier if you added on to our first movement of leaning forward, no lifting. Exhale, lifting a little. Exhale. So that's one way to do it, just using the arms for momentum. If you would like to have a chair in front of you or anything else that is stable that you can kind of hold on to and boost yourself up with, you can have that right here as well. So I have my chair in front of me here, and what I'm going to do, let's start from the beginning again because it builds momentum. So first part, no lifting yet. We're going to inhale, lean forward. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Hold on to that chair, nice and firm. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so that is another way to do that sit to stand exercise. So one last variation for the folks who don't need the chair support but need a little bit more momentum than just the arms, you can include the legs for momentum as well. So what that looks like, I'll show what that looks like just by itself. I rock my legs, or not rock my legs, but I rock my whole body back, lifting those legs up, and then I'm going to push the ground and use my arms for momentum to get me up. So that's another way to do the sit to stand. Let's add it to the very first part where we just lean forward, no lifting, and then lift a little, and let's see what that looks like. Let's go ahead, take a deep breath in, inhale, deep breath out, exhale. Shoulders roll back, arms nice and relaxed, looking up the whole time, and feet flat on the floor. And inhale, no lifting yet. Exhale. We're gonna lift a little this time. So rock your body back, lift those legs, push forward, and set it back down. So that is 3 ways to do the sit to stand. So just using the arms for momentum, using the arms and legs for momentum, or using something to boost ourselves up with. So, multiple ways to do this. Feel free to choose which one makes the most sense to you. We're going to do it once here, and then we'll add our very last part where we stand all the way up. And we use a lot of the same movements, really. We just completely stand up that time. So, let's do this again. Just leaning forward, no lifting, and then lifting a little. We'll do that once, and then we will do our standing up exercise. So, take a deep breath in, inhale, deep breath out, and exhale. First movement, we are going to inhale, lean forward, no lifting. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Exhale. So, I was almost going to stand up. I paused though. So that's our movement. Now we're going to add our very last part where we stand all the way up and then stay standing. We'll do that 3 times here just so we can see it through all different variations. So, again, shoulders nice and rolled back, postures upright and straight the whole time through. Even when we lean forward, we're not hunching forward, but we keep our back nice and engaged. Let's take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. First part, no lifting. Inhale. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Exhale. Stand all the way up. Go ahead and inhale. And set those arms down. Exhale. That's but that is trial 1. We're going to do 2 more times. But before you sit back down here, feel that chair behind you. You know where it is. You know where you're going to sit down. We're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale as we gently lower ourselves back to our seat. So let's take a small, tiny break. Drink some water if you'd like. But I forgot to mention that for anyone who would like to do this seated the whole entire time, so simply just leaning forward and back the whole time, even though we might be standing up here, that's completely okay. Please keep doing that. I will show different variations once we do our standing exercises of how to do them seated as well. So I just wanted to add that in for anyone who might just want to stay seated for the day, or if that is the extent of their ability but would still like to keep moving, please do keep moving. So, okay, again, let's get settled in our chair. We are seated towards the edge of our chair, feet flat on the floor, posture is nice and upright. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, we're going to do that 1 more time, 2 more times here. Choose which variation makes the most sense to you. I'm going to do it with a chair in front of me this time to boost myself up with it. But let's go ahead, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Okay, so first part, we are going to inhale, lean forward, exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Gently lower ourselves. Exhale. Now stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. One last time here. And for the folks who are going to be doing this standing, we're going to stay standing. But again, Feel that chair behind you. You know where it is. You know where you're going to sit down. And we are going to inhale as we breathe in. Exhale. Gently lower yourself as you breathe out. Okay, very last one now. So stay seated towards the edge of your chair, shoulders nice and rolled back. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath in and exhale. First part turn movement. We are going to lean forward, no lifting. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Exhale. Now stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, for the folks who would like to stay standing the whole entire time, hold on to that chair for support. We are going to do some calf raises. So we're going to be going up on our tiptoes. And this is what it looks like, standing up. Hold on to that chair for support if you need to, or hold on to your hips, whatever works for you. You can test your balance if you'd like. But go ahead, go up on your toes, lifting those heels, and then setting them back down. We are keeping the same speed as when we go up and when we come down. So we are fighting gravity. We're not just letting ourselves sink back down to the ground because one, that's kind of unsafe for our joints. So makes me nervous. And we want to make sure we're controlling the movement. We're in control of our bodies the whole time here. And we're going as slow as we can. I know we might be tempted to go fast. I mean, that's also an exercise in itself to go fast. But this one, if you'd like to go slow, go even slower than you think. And it makes it a lot harder. So this is what it looks like standing up. Go ahead, keep doing that. For the folks who are sitting down, I'll face this side here. For the folks who are sitting down, go ahead and do the same thing. I am seated towards the edge of my chair here because if you want to add an extra challenge to it, you can lean forward, feel more of that weight of your upper body. So I shifted my weight, my center of gravity forward. And now my legs really feel that weight. My feet feel that weight. So this makes it a lot more challenging as well if you're seated down. But you can stay upright right here if you'd like. If that is too much for you today, that's okay. So do whichever variation makes the most sense to you. And also, if you need to take a break at any point today, please do. We save these videos every week. You can see previous videos that we have as well. We also have it not just here on our Facebook, but we also have it on our YouTube site as well. I believe our username might be ESNS or Eastside Neighborhood Services. You should be able to find it if you search for it on the search bar. Okay, I'll show what the seated variation looks like first for this next one. But what we're going to do is we are simply going to step side to the front, side, together, side, together, side, together. So just going right and left, right and left. So if you are standing up, you can probably start moving your feet the same way as well. And if you would like to add a challenge to it, you can raise that knee as you go to the side, and as you return back to the center, side, back to center. So this is a variation for the folks who are sitting down or standing up. Feel free to do whichever one makes the most sense to you. Take deep breaths in and out. I'm going to do this standing now, so. And just keep going here, inhaling and exhaling all the way through. Taking deep breaths in and out. And a variation for those folks who are standing up. Oh, I also forgot to mention, if you need to hold on to the chair the whole time as you do any of these exercises, you can do that as well. You can always just have your chair right here to support you as you do it. I'm going to move it to the side just so you can see what my legs are doing. But what we're going to do is that we are going to set to the side, do a mini squat. So imagine you are sitting down, sticking that butt out, the glutes, sticking it out, and then standing back up. To the other side. And again. Let's just try it for about 3 times here. So here's, I think this is the second time. I might be losing count already. Take deep breaths in and out as you do these movements. Last one now. And relax. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Okay, so before we sit back down here, we are going to warm up our ankles a little bit more. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend one leg forward. You can do this seated or standing, it should look the same. But extend one leg forward and draw a circle with your toes here. Taking deep breaths in and out, inhaling and exhaling all the way through. Switch directions, same thing, same leg. Inhaling and exhaling all the way through. And relax. Other side now this time. Extend that leg, draw a circle. Don't forget to inhale and exhale. Drink some water if you need to as well. Other side, inhale and exhale as you go all the way through. This is a good balance exercise as well, kind of having all that weight on one leg. So that's a good one to try as well. So we're going to sit back down here, but we're going to continue with our legs just for a little bit more. Let's go ahead and sit down though, doing the same way we did it earlier when we were just doing our sit to stand exercise. We are going to feel that weight, not that weight, feel that chair right behind us. It's touching the back of our legs here. And we're going to inhale as we breathe in. Exhale as we gently lower ourselves back down to the chair. Okay. Let's drink some water here. And take deep breaths in and out as well if you don't need water. And we are going to continue with our legs here. So, go ahead this time. We're going to extend, face a little bit to the side here. Extend one leg forward, set it down. Extend the other leg forward, set it down. If it is too much to extend your leg this high up, you can just leave it down here, maybe even lower, whatever works. But extend that leg up as much as you can. Set it down, extend the other leg up and down. You can choose to point or flex your toes, whatever works. But go ahead and keep on extending that leg. Inhaling and exhaling all the way through. keep going here. Okay. Last one on each side. And relax. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's do some belly breathing actually. Let's go ahead and inhale through our nose. Exhale through our mouth. Inhale, filling up that belly. Inflating that belly. And then exhaling it all out. Inhale again. And then exhale it all out. Okay. So, this time what we're going to do is we are going to extend both legs up in front of us. Feel free to extend however your height makes the most sense to you. The rest of your body is nice and relaxed. And this time we are going to do some flutter kicks. So doing these small kicks, kind of lifting the leg, setting it down a little bit. Imagine as though you're in a pool. Having your feet in the water. And keep going here. We'll keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Hold it in the air. Hold it just for a little bit longer. I know it's burning. It's getting tired. And we are going to relax. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's do some breathing again with that. So place your hands on your stomach here. Do some belly breathing. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so this time we are going to take a break from our legs. Our legs have been doing a lot of different things. And so we are going to take a nice break from them and come back to our upper body here. So what we're going to do is we are going to work all the way up again, starting at our core. And to do that, we are going to have our hands clasped together. I'll come a little bit closer here. Hands clasped together, so I just have my hands together. And then I'm going to imagine that I am, say, rowing a boat. So what I'm doing is I'm simply turning to one side and then turning to the other side. So this is what it looks like from the front. I'll show what it looks like from the side in a bit here. So I'm facing a little bit to the side. Hands right in front of me, right at chest level. Rowing that boat. Imagine it's a nice, cool spring day, which we'll hopefully have here in Minnesota. Still feels cold, and it's almost April, but let's not think about it right now. So we are canoeing. We are canoeing, making these small circles with our hands clasped together. And if you would like to add an extra challenge to this, to do that, one way to do that is to sit towards the edge of your chair here so that you have room behind you. And what we're going to do is simply lean a little bit back like this. So if this was me sitting straight up and doing this movement, that's one way to do this movement. If I would like some extra abdomen exercise, I would lean a bit farther back, keeping that back straight though. I'm not like, arching back, but I'm keeping that back nice and straight and doing this same movement, which makes it a little bit harder. And actually, this is quite hard to do with a chair back behind you, so actually I think I might just stick to doing this. Wanted to give it a try just in case it would work, but it is a little bit harder. Perhaps with a chair that has no back behind us would be a little bit easier. But this is one way to do the exercise. You can add a small twist, turning that body side to side. It looks a little bit easier, or it's a little bit easier to see here. We're twisting. And I know the sides of my body are getting quite tired from this. Let's just do this for 3 more times here on each side. So that's 1. Here is 2. And last one, 3. And relax. Let's take some deep breaths in now. Drink some water. Okay. We did a lot with our abs here, which we do have. We all have our abdomen muscles. And let's go ahead and go up to our arms this time. This time, let's go ahead and extend one arm to the side again. Same thing as when we were doing our warm-up. And then have it come across. Same thing again. But here's where it's a little bit different. We are going to have our other hand right here. Hold on to our wrist, our forearm, and then have it extend a little bit farther. So make sure you're stretching this arm out and extending it a little bit farther with the help of this hand, kind of pulling it a little bit more to the side. Let's try that with the other side. Extending to the side. Have it come across. Other hand, hold on to our forearm. And extending it to the side here. You should feel a stretch right here at your tricep, a bit of your shoulder too, perhaps. And I'll show what it looks like to stretch your shoulder a little bit more with this one. But hand to the side again, my other hand to the side. Have it come across. Hold on to that forearm, and then before you pull it to the side, we are also going to bring this shoulder nice and to the ground. Kind of get it close, not get it close, but get it down. So instead of keeping it up here and just stretching to the side, we're going to bring it down a little bit. And then we should definitely feel a stretch, not just in our tricep, but our shoulder as well. So that's one way to do this. If that is too much, please don't stretch farther than what you're used to. We should only stretch to what we can do. So arm to the side again, have it come across, hold on to that forearm, and then bring the shoulder down if you can. Feel that stretch all the way here, tricep and shoulder. Take a deep breath in and out. Relax. Okay. This time, let's go ahead and raise one arm, not one arm, but raise both arms up. And I have a weight here, so this is a 2-pound weight. I have a weight, and you don't need a weight for this exercise. You can simply have your hands clasp it together, kind of fingers interlocking here, and have your arms up above you, and then bending back, and then up above you again. But if you have a weight or a water bottle or anything else that you can hold on to, you can also hold on to that and bring it back behind you. Stretch out. So, back behind you and stretch out. Inhale. Exhale as you push out. Or push up, I mean. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Okay, go ahead and relax. Take another deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Our arms are probably quite tired, and let's go ahead and stretch it out a little bit just once more here. This time, want to be careful with this stretch. We want to really pay attention to what our body can and can't do. But what we're going to do, we're going to extend one arm in front of us. So extend it in front of us. And then what we're going to do is we are going to lift our fingertips, try and point it to the ceiling if we can, and feel a stretch right here in the underside. So I had it flat like a tabletop, and then I'm going to bring my fingertips, try to bring it as close to me as possible. If you can't feel a stretch right here, gently grab your fingertips and pull it a little bit closer to you. Now again, pay attention to that stretch. If you feel a stretch, stop right there. No need to push that stretch even further. We want to make sure we are not injuring ourselves here. And relax. Let's try that with the other side now. So again, extend a hand kind of flat against the tabletop, imaginary tabletop right here, and then point our fingertips up. If we cannot feel that stretch, go ahead and grab onto your fingers, stretch it a little bit closer to you, stretch it a little bit farther, taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. And again, if you feel pain, dial it back down. We don't want to feel any pain from when we do this. Try that again here. So extend all the way, fingertips pointing to the ceiling if you can. If you want to feel a bit more of a stretch, go ahead and bring that back and relax. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so that's it with our stretches in our hands and arms here. Let's come back to our head and our neck. We're going to do some stretches here as well. Let's go ahead, lean lean our head to the side. Keep these shoulders nice and down. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. Release. Other side. You should feel a stretch right here, kind of right at the side of your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Switch to the other side. Let's try that again now. Since we did it earlier, it might be a little bit easier. You might feel like you're extending a little bit farther. Let's take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. Other side. Try that again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, last time now here. Remember, pull those shoulders down. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And straighten it back up. Roll that head. Keep it nice and relaxed. Okay. And we are going to end with some deep breathing here. So, go ahead, place your hands on your belly. This one's gonna be, we're gonna really focus on our breath here. And we're focusing on our breath because it is a part of our exercises. Hopefully we're using our breath to complete these exercises that we do. But let's go ahead and practice that. That's something to exercise as well, exercise our lungs. And what we're going to do is we are going to inhale for 4 counts, pause, and then exhale for 4 counts. So let's go ahead and inhale. I'm going to count so that we can keep track. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And then exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that without breathing. I don't know, I have a feeling you won't be able to hear my breath, but I'll try and be loud with my breathing so that you can hopefully hear. But again, count for 4, hold, and then exhale for 4. So let's try that again. We're going to inhale for 4, hold, and then exhale for 4. Okay, this time let's do it again, counting up to 5 this time. So we're going to inhale for 5, hold, exhale for 5. So go ahead and inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Let's try that again. We're going to inhale for 5 and then exhale for 5. So again, inhale, I'm going to count you in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to do it without counting this time. Inhale for 5, hold, exhale for 5. Let's try one last time here. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Okay, let's try that one more time here. Inhale for 5. Hold, and then exhale for 5. Okay, so that was a bit of belly breathing before we end the day today. This is Vital Fitness. Hopefully you got a little bit of exercise. If you would like to watch previous videos, they're saved here on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel as well. April's almost here. And thank you so much for joining me. It's been quite a while that we've been doing this. We'll keep on doing this here. But if you are interested in other classes, we have an upcoming Matter of Balance class. This is our fall prevention class that we do. It is actually going to be in person at Eastside here in Northeast Minneapolis. So we have that coming up, and if you are interested, please feel free to comment below or send us a message on Facebook. And also, we have our in-person, this class, hopefully, in-person back at Eastside as well here in the next, in this spring. So we don't have quite an exact date yet, but we are looking to bring this back so we can let you know. And I hope you're all taking care, staying safe, and have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.